All right, y'all. Welcome back. This is episode 3 from the Horror Olympics. Your host, ZZ the King. Now, I got a quick caveat before I get to the part 3 Horror Olympics. I got some things I gotta get out the way with my notes, and then I'ma go. The first thing we got is a situation with Halloween 3. And everybody know Halloween 3 is Season of the Witch, which is a good movie, and I rank that in the middle of the pack on my Halloween countdown. My point is, I'm skipping over Halloween 3 because it would be unfair to Michael Myers, the character. So I'm going straight from Halloween 3 and cutting it to Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Now, I don't got a lot of views and subscribers, but for the ones who do watch might say, well, you did Friday the 13th part 1 without Jason, it was Pamela Voorhees. True, you got me on that. The difference is Friday the 13th 1 is basically the blueprint and the template of Friday the 13th as a franchise and as a whole. And in my opinion, 1 through 5 or whatever was the first 5 of Friday was basically human Jason in my opinion. I think the New Blood or part 6, whatever it was, Resurrection, some shit, is when he got the Thunderbolt. Tommy Doyle and them tried to go to the grave and the Thunderbolt hit him and he became Uber Jason, you know what I'm saying, undead Jason, and that's when the franchise kind of took off to a different level. But Pamela still has the first 4 or 5 Friday the 13th movies in spirit, and it just felt like that, where Season of the Witch has nothing to do with Michael Myers. And then I'm gonna get to the point system for new viewers or subscribers who never seen this or 1 or 2. And if you haven't, go check part 1 and 2 out. They dope as hell. Now, the point system is first place is 300 points. Second place is 250 points. Third place is 200 points. Fourth place is 150 points. Fifth place is 100 points. Sixth place is 50 points. And 7th place is 25 points. Now the Horror Olympics for new subscribers or viewers is only one criteria, and that's 7 movies per franchise to be, you know what I'm saying, added to this. That's why my favorite horror scary movie of all time, Candyman, wouldn't even qualify for this. And the 7 iconic horror movie franchises I chose was Nightmare on Elm Street featuring Freddy Krueger, Halloween featuring Michael Myers, Friday the 13th featuring Jason Voorhees, the Child's Play franchise featuring Chucky, Texas Chainsaw Massacre featuring Leatherface, Scream featuring Ghostface, and Saw featuring John Kramer and Billy the Puppet as Jigsaw. Now, without further ado, we kicking this list off. I ain't finna prolong this or make this a long. I always say that and then I'll get to rambling. That ain't happening in this damn time. Number 7, coming in with 25 points, is Child's Play 3. Smoke break. Now, Child's Play 3 to me is last place on this group of 3s in this movie, part 3s, because clearly, in my opinion, it was the worst out of these 7 movies. But why is 7 really in this with 25 points is because I'm an Alex Vincent fan, and part 3 makes it like 5-6 years later, 10-year like jump from young Andy Barclay. The real actor is Alex Vincent, so they couldn't have him in the boot camp. You know, I like the aesthetics of part 3. It's just the character that played Andy, I never bought into him. The little black kid. What kind of black kid you know gonna be calling Chucky Charles? That's a bad word, Charles. I didn't like his punk ass because I was about the same age as that kid. And I wouldn't have never had that kind of language. And I don't care how it sounds. That ain't how black little kids sound. Charles. If your name's Charles, but people call you Chucky, they gonna call you Chuck or Chucky. He ain't gonna be saying no Charles. I didn't like him as one of the leads. I didn't really like the Andy character. Chucky was okay, but it just didn't do it for me. And I always take a long time for movies I don't like, and then the movies I do love, it's like a quick little, this is why they number 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 that's it. Get over this shit. Moving on. Number 6. If I pause, you damn know I'm smoking if you watch my channel. But I got number 6 coming in with 50 points. I got Scream 3. And Scream 3, to be honest, is placed at 6 because I'm looking at my list, and I'm gonna have at the end of the video, I'm gonna have a full breakdown of all 3 horror reviews I did, the scores from the first 3, and then the total score overall. Scream 3 so far has been middle of the pack with the scores, 4th place, 5th place type of shit. But this one kinda is where it's like, we trying too hard to connect it to Sidney Prescott. I didn't give a fuck about the stab actors in Hollywood. First of all, I like it in Cali, not Hollywood. I didn't give a fuck about them stab actors like Sidney Prescott and all that. Only people we care about in Scream, for the directors and the future references, we only cared about Randy, Sidney, and Gail. Everybody else is just helping out. I don't give a fuck about them Scream actors. I didn't care about her brother plot. Why they had to make her mama a hoe? Like, the first 2 was great, and they tried hard with Stu and his mama. This is like, now we making her have sisters and brothers we didn't know about. I know a future movie got her cousin. Stop it. Make a new victim, or Sidney could be the main character, but they after her friend or something for whatever reasons. But stop the connections, and that's when it started getting to the point where, and I like 3, but this got to the point where it's like, we're trying hard as hell to keep the franchise going and keep a family connection. Like, we don't need to do that. This is not Halloween. Connection or no connection. Moving on. Number 5, coming in with 100 points, we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Now, this is one of my favorite franchises, not from quality, but from how hard it was for me finding these movies in the DVD, VCR era, before it was streaming and easily go on Amazon.com, order a movie you want, and bam, it's at your door in 3 days. No, I had to get on buses, bikes, rides, driving as I got older to find these damn movies. And I remember part 2 was hard to get, and I was disappointed. Part 3 was even harder to find, and I don't know why. But fuck all the origin stories about the movie. I got it at 5th place with 100 points because to me, it's a good movie. I'm a Leatherface fan, so to somebody, a casual or a horror fan, they might not like but 1 or 2 of these 10, 11, 12 movies in this franchise. But this also one of my favorites because after 1, a legendary classic, 2, bullshit trash, 3 to me was like back to the motherfucking basics. We got a family, we got Leatherface, we got some victims, we got Ben Farine, the black character, shooting shit up, a survivalist. I like the final girl. Let's go, motherfucker. I liked her. Leatherface kinda dark with some sexual sexual assault. He got a daughter. Like, this get a little dark. We got some people in the forest who never escaped Leatherface, who gotta travel and run, and he trying to hunt her every night. Like, this shit good as hell to me. And I got it at number 5 with 100 points. Moving on. Number 4, Smoke Break. We got Friday the 13th, Part 3. That was a double smoke break. Now, to me, this is the highest ranking Friday the 13th movie. Everybody who know me, my few subscribers I do got know, Jason is one of the horror icons that I respect, but not a big fan of his movies. Because like I said, my favorite is Manhattan. That's like number 8. And everybody hate that with the fan base and the box office and Rotten Tomatoes. My point is, if you saw one, you saw them all. That's how I feel about Friday the 13th franchise. Except for 8, 1, and in a way, 3. Because this is where you introduce Jason with the mask. He got the 3D bullshit. He got the harpoon kill. Like, I ain't finna make it like this is some great ass movie that I love. It's just better than the first 2 to me, ranking wise, and this starts to get to the Jason that you know and recognize. Moving on. As we get to the list, we finally got a new number 1. Coming in at number 3 with 200 points, Saw 3. Now, Saw 1 and 2 won my Horror Olympics with 300 points coming in first place. With iconic, legendary, classic movies that can beat the best of the best. But part 3 to me, like I always say, this is the only horror franchise, in my opinion, with 3 classics in a row. It could be 4, 5, 6. It could be 2, 3, 4. It could be 1, 2, 3. No franchise ever had 3 straight classics, and they came out the gate with 1, 2, and 3. This is also a classic to me. Saw 3. I'm not gonna get to the synopsis, the plot, the plans, the plot. It ain't about that. This is a countdown of Horror Olympics part movies. Why I got this at number 3 is because clearly I think 1 and 2 are better. But this is a great movie. It's just, this is the first movie where the competitors for that particular number is better. Saw 1 was better than Fridays and Halloweens and Child's Play 1s, and 2 is the same way. 3 the first movie that had competition that's not better. Moving on. Coming in at second place, and if you watch my horror countdown, Halloween came in as my second place franchise of all time. And now we got Halloween 4, Return to Michael Myers, coming in with 250 points. As I already told y'all, I skipped Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, because that's not Michael Myers. It's just part of the franchise. But Halloween 4 is actually one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? We got Jamie Lloyd. We got Loomis back with the burnt face. He's supposed to be dead. We got Mike back. We got Haddonfield. The opening monologue with the Halloween October feel. Like, this movie, brilliant. If I do my countdown, I gotta revise it or whatever. But I remember part 4 is one of my favorites in the entire franchise ever. And I think it might be my damn number 1 movie if I'm not mistaken. My point is, Halloween 4, Return to Michael Myers, a classic, legendary movie, coming in at number 2 with 250 points. Let's fucking go! Now, smoke break. I don't care if I'm not dramatic or dramatic enough. It's about motherfucking time. This is my number 1 horror icon of all time. Fuck the scariest movie, fuck this movie or that movie as an adult saw and all. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. Coming in with 300 points at the number 1 spot. 1 could have been number 1, but Saw 1. 2 wasn't never gonna be at the number 1 spot. But this is my favorite horror movie of all time. Of any franchise. I don't care when I was young, medium, adult, 40s. This is my favorite horror movie ever. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the motherfucking Dream Warriors. Now, I can go hard and deep and long, pause. Hard, deep, and long, that's me and my bitch. But my point is, this is my favorite horror movie of all time. Freddy is joking but still scary and serious. The hospital, the Dream Warriors, the dream sequences, Nancy back, Dr. Gordon who never died and never came back, the nurse, Lawrence Fishburne. This movie is a perfect movie without a shadow of a doubt. I think I reviewed it, gave it a 10 out of a 10, and this was no way gonna be number 2 or 3 in this list. Nightmare on Elm Street, the number 1 spot with 300 points. ZZ the King. Now before I go, take a look at my tallies and the sheet and the sheet and the scores, and I'm dropping part 4, Horror Olympics, probably the same day later after I edit this, and that's about it. ZZ the King, your favorite horror channel, and I'm out.